Morning, Bubus.
Morning, Bubus.
What's going on, guys? We are the Bubu Future, and welcome back to another episode of Morning Bubus. I am General Future.
And I'm Minnie.
And together we are the Bubu Future.
Woo.
At the Bubu Future, we're on a mission. The mission is to, put a calling out there, a message to like-minded people like us who are more future-minded and more big picture-minded, and that shapes and colors the way in which we choose to live the life that we're living today. It's more than just about getting specific things done. It's about informing the way in which we do them and the why in which we decide what it is that we're doing. So if you're interested in that kind of conversation, if you are down with the mission, follow us and we'll keep putting out the good old content, and you guys can come along and hang out with us. One of the ways that you can support the mission is by supporting our online reselling biz. So we resell secondhand clothing, home goods, objets, art, all on our website at www.bubufuture.com. We also sell a bunch of our stuff on eBay, Poshmark, and Depop, all the online marketplaces where one can usually find secondhand clothes and things like that. But really, we'd prefer it if you came to our website, just more of a direct thing.
Yeah.
Something that I was thinking about, Minnie, was, one of the things that we're doing today is doing a big inventory clear out. We just finished a vending at a vintage fest this past weekend, and it was fine. It was great. We had a good time. We'll tell you guys more about it later. But one of the big things that we have to do anytime we go out selling is put the items back into our inventory, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to clear out a bunch of old stuff that really isn't serving us. And to be honest, when we look back on it, we're like, it doesn't really represent who we are anymore. So we're going to be clearing that stuff out. And in order to help celebrate and to help us facilitate this, instead of just going and donating it all, we want you guys, the viewers, our followers, to have first access, first dibs. So we are going to be doing a whatnot sale of the items that we're clearing out. All items are going to be starting at dollar bids, and we just want these things gone.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out. We'll publish a date and time for when we're going to be doing this. It's going to be later this week, maybe this Friday night. But yeah, keep an eye out, and we'll give you guys the deets.
Exciting.
Yeah,
I'm excited I know it's a lot going to be work that I don't necessarily want to do, but I'm just looking forward to being like a little lighter, a little bit more organized.
Totally. And not to mention,
some more room for more stuff.
A big thing for me in terms of inventory that we've gone out and got, like I find myself getting caught in the sunk cost, like, oh, I bought this stuff because I wanted to flip it for X amount.
Yeah.
And it isn't moving. Like, if I just hold on a little bit longer, it'll move. But really, this is such a good exercise in being able to recognize, you know what, it's not doing what I need it to do. Like, time to clear it out. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This past weekend we had our vending experience at Windy City Market, and we had a pretty good time doing it.
Yeah.
It was, so if you guys are in the Chicagoland area, the place that we vended at was the Parkway Bank Plaza, Parkway Bank Plaza, maybe. I think. I'm not sure. Who knows with all these corporate rebrands and whatnot. But it's like a little entertainment district in Rosemont, right next to O'Hare Airport, nearby Chicago.
And the fashion outlets.
And next to the fashion outlets, correct. So it's this essentially a gigantic outdoor shopping mall where they have a big common area, which is where the Vintage Fest was held, and around this common area on one side we're like blocked in by the expressway or the tollway, 294, and then there's where we are, and then there's buildings around where the field is, and in the buildings they have like
it's all restaurants,
like there's a comedy club.
Comedy club.
I've been there a few times. I think it's the Zanies, Rosemont, that's there. Restaurants, they have a Joe's Live, they have a lot of like live music, Crust Brewing, and not too far from there is also the casino, Rivers Casino.
It's not bad.
There's a lot of stuff to do
If
there.
you want to eat and drink,
Right.
Mary, I think
Yeah.
that's a good place, and it's probably good for I don't know.
But is it a place that we would ever go?
No, I mean,
I've been there
no,
for a
not
comedy
really.
show a
I
couple
mean,
times.
but it's not, it's cute.
I
but
wouldn't go out of my way to be
No.
like, you know what, I'm gonna go have a shopping day, or
No,
like I'm
no.
gonna go
Yeah.
spend a day out at Parkway Plaza.
maybe if
in
I was in the
Rosemont.
area and I was like, I need to, I don't know, eat somewhere, and I don't know.
We don't even go to those
I
types
know,
of places around here.
I know.
And I think, man, it's so embarrassing that we have flies just like flying around in our house. But anyway, it's just one of those things where like even within the area that we're in, we don't go to like the mall to hang out, for example. And I don't
yeah.
think a lot of people are either.
Yeah, they used to. The mall used to be. Or I don't know. I've never been adult age.
An adult
The mall
age
was
mall goer.
bumping, yeah.
I mean,
I had to say, no, they were better. The malls were better.
the malls were better.
Yeah.
But it's all relative though, right? It's because the malls were better at
Marketing.
it was like the only place.
Yeah,
It was like the
only like
game,
third.
Yeah, it really became a third space, and then what happened? Do you feel like malls were third spaces like when we were kids?
Yes.
Yeah, like you remember spending a lot of time at
A
malls?
lot. Like hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would take
I have memories of that
bus
as well,
to the
too.
mall.
I think that like
Done that once
even like
before.
up till like I was in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like through high school is
It's
when I
a
feel like that
place.
existed.
You grew up there, and then you end up getting a job at the mall in high school,
Yeah.
and then you worked your winter breaks in college at the mall. It's just like a solid place.
Yeah. The fact that they don't really exist and are kind of like dying out. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because if you go to like Asia, like all the research I've been doing, like for Thailand, for example,
Right.
Bangkok, they're all about their malls. They have these like mega malls, and I've seen that like in different cities in China, like in Korea, the malls are a big place to go to, and they're humongous. They have like boutiques, they have other stores, they have tons of restaurants, different food courts, and it's, I don't know. Maybe it's different, and maybe in different parts of Asia because people do tend to live in more packed-in
I was gonna say,
areas.
I think urbanism has a lot to do
Yes,
with
so
it.
you don't, if you're gonna meet someone, you don't like bring them over to your house. It's kind of rare to invite people over to your house. I feel like in Korea, unless you're,
wealthy and have a lot of space.
yeah, or maybe older and you invite people for dinner. But I feel like most people, young people at least,
Spend time
hang outside. Yeah.
But then, that's one of those things that we're seeing right now, like people being unable to afford homes. Like, so right now we're able to say that, older people do this because they have homes or like whatever. Like, is it becoming a thing where people are just unable to have that no matter their age? And so like they want a place they need a place to be, to hang out, like a third space.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So if it doesn't, like, okay. So I mean, that was all a huge tangent to talk about, like the foot traffic that we got there. Like there was a good amount of people coming through, but I feel like the number of people that were actually there with the intent purpose of checking out the fest or seeing things, like I thought it was just a lot more random passerby than people wanting to shop.
But I also wonder how, like we'll get into this later, I guess just how our day started.
Yeah.
When I was setting up, like all of a sudden, like at 11, there's just people coming, and I'm like, where are they coming? Like, coming from? Because they're all different kinds. They're like young families, older families.
So there was like a huge rush.
It wasn't huge.
Okay.
I just thought it would
as soon as it
be
opened,
crickets. Even before it opened.
So let's get into that now.
Yeah.
So when we were setting up for the sale, we went and did it the hardest way possible by not doing any prep work before.
It was a little different this time around.
I was like, this time, like we've just done one recently. Like we have all the major layout parts like in our heads, like known how we're gonna do it. All I felt like I had to do was pick out the clothes that I needed, make sure I have them, and then we would be good to go. And so this lack of preparation bled over into the next day, like when we were like, I guess the night before I could have like thrown the tables in the car at least.
Yeah, or started writing your numbers at the tags.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, something.
I was just so convinced. I had convinced myself that I would have enough time to do it all the next day as we were setting up.
No.
And, you know, we get to the fest like about 11:15.
Mm-hmm.
Their setup time ends at 11:30. We get there at 11:15.
And not because we're like slept in or anything. We had to just do some things on like last minute things on the way that we didn't.
Yeah, like getting like change, like in cash.
I mean, that's something that would have been done before, but yeah.
It was done before.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically. So like we get to the place at 11:15. We're setting up, and as we're unloading the car, I'm like, oh my gosh. The way that we have our tent set up, we have two long, essentially curtain rods that are set up on either side of the tent. That are hung up that act as our clothes rack. And it turned out I had left those poles at home. And so at 11:30, I had to turn back around, go back home to grab those racks. So Sierra was at the festival setting up all by herself. And, you know, under the gun, none of my items were tagged. And here's the thing. So
it's fine. Like, we had enough stuff, other stuff.
You know. And so my argument there is like, if I didn't forget those poles, setup would have gone as planned.
I don't think it would have gone as planned. You would still be like, but it would be less.
Right.
I still would have had to. It still would have been a lot of work.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have gone smoother. Sorry.
You don't think so?
No.
It would have gone smoother if I didn't forget the
No, because
poles.
it's always. I have to tell you something about these sales, because I've done a few of them on my own before Dave came into the picture, and they were easier. I didn't have to set up a tent or anything. It was pretty nice setup. But you always think that you're gonna have time before people come in or whatever to like price whatever and do last minute things. No. It's just always better to do it before.
Okay. I'm not arguing.
And I'm telling you, someone that has done the same thing as you. After a few times, I'm just like, no, it's not an efficient way to work. Just do that stuff
and
before.
I'm not denying you having that feeling.
No, yeah. It just, we had to come with a system. But anyways, so I knew that, and usually I'm very more prepared in doing all these behind the scene things before, you know, when we vend. But I was just like not feeling it for some reason. Do you guys ever feel that way when you're just like, you know, you can do these little things to make it better, or just things you have to do? And I was just like, I really don't feel like it. Going up, like,
I think the term for that is procrastination.
Yeah.
And
you know where I learned it from?
yeah, if anything, yeah, my procrastination rubbed off on you.
Right, but I think I was just not. It also might just be I've been feeling overwhelmed with just life and stuff, so that probably maybe added a little bit to that. But whatever, we made it work.
Yes.
Yes, but all this whole time, while he's like driving back, I'm annoyed because it's hot. It's hotter than I expected.
Yes.
So I'm just like sweating and then trying to get. And I wasn't really sure because we had all these other elements in our setup, like an extra little table and like a shelf. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I just did it. It was fine, and it was fine. And then people were coming and shopping, and I was like
still setting up
and kind of like, I don't know, what do people usually do in that situation? I was like trying to think of myself as a buyer, and I probably would ask first
before you
like, hi, yeah, but people were just like coming and touching things, and I had set up the rack where it was like blocking the front of the entrance so that people wouldn't come through, but it did not stop them. It did not stop them. But during the chaos, I did make a sale. So I was just like, sorry, I'm still setting up, but please, feel free to look around and ask me any questions, you know?
Which I think
Yeah.
you totally would have
Yeah.
been within your right to be like, hey, can you come back? in a
Yeah,
few
there were
minutes
some
or
people,
do it
where I was
minute?
just like, hi, I'm still setting up. That's all I said.
Yeah.
Because like there was stuff just like strewn across the floor, and that's just not a comfortable environment for people to shop in, and it's also not like that safe.
True.
So anyways, while this was going on, I was like rage texting Dave. Not rage, but just like
Can I read one?
annoyed. No.
I won't. Maybe I
Wait,
won't read it
let me
out loud.
see.
Okay. All right.
But saying like things obviously that he knows. Well, like, you know, women, I know you've all been there, and usually
That wasn't even bitchy.
I don't even do them anymore. But I just had to let him know like how much he was inconveniencing me, and like for us to not to do this next time. Which, you know, we'll probably do it next time again. But
It's not bad. Okay.
I said this. I said
You want to read it?
and then you read yours. Okay.
Okay.
So at 10:49 a.m. I said, please, this is making me not want to do events anymore. Let's be more prepared next time. Pray your hands.
And I said, I hear you. Sorry this is causing you stress. I'm almost home. We'll be back soon.
Oh my God, you're not even home yet?
And the thing is I had sent that we'll be back
Like 20
soon
minutes
at like 30 minutes almost before she responded. Oh my God, you're not even home yet? So she thought it had taken me an hour.
Because, I was like, traffic.
Oh, traffic was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I said, but then as soon as you sent that, I said, I'm already on 294 on the way back. Be there soon. And then Sierra goes, okay.
Being ready by call time is so important because so many people come right at opening. I'm still setting up and people trying to shop 3 miles, and then you said,
and I said 3 miles away. And I don't know. I think there's a lot to say. Sierra, like you were saying that you were rage texting me.
Yeah.
But that was a very positive, like good interaction.
I only say rage texting because it's not. I'm not saying something that you don't already know.
Right.
And I think that's where sometimes the nagging with like wives and husbands or whatever partners comes in light. It's just like you're frustrated because something didn't work out the way that you wanted to or that you had planned.
Right.
But then usually that person, or anything, any micromanaging, the person usually knows what they're doing wrong or how to do something right.
Yeah.
But I just had to, I don't know.
Get your 2 cents in?
Yeah. Maybe I should have made it a TikTok.
Is there a part of you that feels like if you don't say that, then it won't be known? Or like the other person doesn't know? Like you know the other person knows.
Like other person as in you?
Yeah.
Well, no. Sometimes when I like to complain about things, I do complain just to let you know.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like you know. But sometimes you don't know. But like
sometimes I don't. I guess it's impossible for you to know.
Yeah. But I've just learned it's just pointless because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. Like obviously, you know, in the situation, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I did feel bad.
And and the thing is like I didn't have any legs to stand on.
Right.
Like,
so when you did finally come, I was. Did I say that I was?
That you would calm down.
I was like, sorry, I texted you that.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, and then we got to laugh about it.
Yeah. But it's just like whatever.
In the moment, because exactly, it is just whatever.
It was really frustrating in the moment, though.
Yeah, and.
But you just gotta. What can you do? What can you do in the moment? You just gotta hustle.
Exactly. And we hustled. I don't know. So like because of like the weird sales, like it was a lot more. Comfortable selling at that event than our prior event that was on the Six Corners. But the sales weren't as good. I feel like there wasn't the same kind of energy that I was expecting, which is weird.
I think the demographic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is a little different. It's skewed a little younger. Not that the other one wasn't. The Chicago one was young, but you kind of had more people like I want to say our age group, like 30s, maybe 40s, who like would just buy, just buy random stuff because it's like in their neighborhood. Because it's like in their neighborhood, so it's like they're like, oh, let's just like walk by, and I feel like the vendors were a little different. it was kind of like the same vibe. Like you had people that doing accessories, vintage people. You had. Were there like any like T-shirt people there at the Chicago one? I don't.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do recall some, and then not to mention there was a whole other side that we didn't get to see really.
Oh yeah, that one was crazy. But this one felt like because it was so insular, like enclosed in this environment, it kind of just felt like we're just like hanging out.
Yeah. We had a couple margaritas.
We had margaritas, yeah.
We had a pizza puff.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
The pizza puff?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you laughing about?
Yeah, about the pizza puff. I forgot we had that.
Our rice is ready.
Oh, woo. But it just felt, it was chill. It was like on AstroTurf. Dead tunes playing.
Although at some points
Really
the music
loud.
was too loud.
It was so loud.
And the music and the DJing was bad.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is all those times that I've DJ'd at things and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I'm so bad. These other people don't give a fuck.
No.
And they'll just DJ and.
It's just like, you just gotta play easy music. It doesn't have to be hard on top 40s or 50s. It's a little too much. Just put
Some elevator music.
not everyone wants to be doing this while they're shopping. I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder what the studies say. I'm sure.
I mean,
We
there's
looked that up, like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that. Sometimes if I feel like when the music's too chaotic, it's overstimulating to people. But you don't want it to be like ballads. You want it to be like for that event, I like more bossa.
Yeah.
Bossa nova.
That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
Some Lighthouse.
Yeah, Lighthouse too. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, there
Anything
wasn't.
interesting? No.
We were talking about so much stuff this morning, but I also know that we've been going for a while.
I know.
On this episode.
Do we'll have to edit?
Well, we can edit stuff out,
Yeah.
but another couple things that I wanted to mention before we wrapped up. We've been doing some work on the website. The website now has like updated links to the blog, which is on Substack.
Nice.
We've created a Discord. It hasn't been like published out yet, but I don't know. I feel like the Discord is something that's very fun that we could start to kind of grow some more engagement in an online place where us and all the Bubus can hang out.
Meet up.
Yeah, it's essentially like so if you guys aren't familiar with Discord, it's a service. Discord is a service, or like the app, right? And anybody can create their own Discord, which is a private, or can be private, but like their own little chat room. And it comes with a lot of functionalities built in, like voice chat and all that. So it'll be fun. We'll connect it like to our social medias, and so people, again, it'll be our cross-platform like online meeting space. It'll be cool. What else? Anything else?
No.
No. We're going to be spending the rest of the day doing our organizing, cleaning out. So keep an eye out for the whatnot invitation or information.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll catch you later. We are the Bubu Future. Bye.
Bye.